Today I'm going to talk about the spiritual aspects of the comfort zone. You know, there's a lot to talk about the comfort zone actually, and maybe you're familiar with the comfort zone and maybe you're not. So I think I'll start with the basics. So yeah, the comfort zone for me is, and basically for everyone too, but I will talk from my own experience, okay? The comfort zone for me is like I feel safe and like comfortable, and but in the comfort zone I don't grow. It's like I'm going to take a personal example, okay? It's back when I was younger. I actually had I don't know the English word, but it's torgskräck in Swedish. It's like when you're afraid to go outside, basically, to meet other people, and that's what I've learned. It had a spiritual reason actually, because I've always been very like I've registered other people's emotions like really easily, and well, I didn't know that was the case when I was younger, but I've learned that I can feel others' emotions, and it's like an empath of sorts, spiritual empath even. When I'm in a room, I can, if someone is negative or like have a bad day, or I really feel that too. I feel that. I get the bad feelings too, and you know, it's like transferring to me too. And the same thing goes for positive stuff. Like if someone's happy, I get happy very easily too, and other such positive emotions. But the comfort zone in this example, when I was afraid to go outside because I was afraid for what other people would make me feel, and my solution for that was to basically stay at home all the time, and only go to work, stuff that I really had to do, like shop and such, but nothing past that. And it was comfortable, but it was also depressing because nothing happened. The same thing happened every day, every week, every year. Nothing new. And that's what the comfort zone basically is. You you stay comfortably, but you don't grow. I didn't meet new people. I didn't learn to handle the emotions from others. So that's like the comfort zone. You feel safe and in control. And what do you think about my new hat, by the way? I forgot to mention that. I bought it yesterday, so I think it's pretty cool. And I have another Stranton hat, I think it was ordered, that I will be using in other videos as well. outside of the comfort zone, there's the fear zone. You can call it in with other names, I suppose, but that's what I'm going to call it today. The fear zone, like when you step out of your comfort zone, everything you're like used to, that makes you have less confidence, because this is something new. You can you come up with excuses that for not doing it. You like fear others' opinions, and maybe your own opinions too. And the thing is with the comfort zone, in order to get out of it, we need to feel the fear. We need to allow ourselves to feel the fear. Allow ourselves to feel uncomfortable for a moment, until we like break through, like Bob Proctor used to say, break through the terror barrier. When we do that, when we feel the most afraid, and we choose to break through the terror barrier or the fear zone, that's where we can actually grow. We can actually start growing, rather. And I thought I'd give you some examples from my own life then, when I got into the fear zone with my like fear for other people. I decided, okay, before I thought like I would basically die if I went to like where other people were. That's how afraid I was. But one day I decided, no, I don't want this anymore. So I decided, okay, what can I do to like challenge myself? Like, how can I get out of this comfort zone, and like, how can I stop being afraid? And I decided, for better or worse, I didn't know how it would go, but I just decided to do it. I decided to sit on a bench where there were a lot of people in my town. There were a lot of people walking there and so on. Okay, I will sit there and see what happens. And I had like thoughts like, oh, something really bad will happen and such. But when I sat there for a long moment. At first it was really scary. I was like clenching my whole body and sweating and everything. But the thing is, this was a real epiphany for me actually. Nothing happened. I was like scared that someone would recognize me and say, like, point at me and laugh, or like say I was stupid or whatever. But nothing happened at all. No one even looked at me. I just sat there, and everyone was like walking by, and nothing happened. Nothing at all. But something within me happened, and that was like, this wasn't so bad. I can do this. Yeah, that's how I broke through the fear zone, or the terror barrier. And outside of the fear zone, or when we've broken through the terror barrier, that's when we enter the learning zone. Like we need to gather knowledge, new skills, and face challenges that we're not used to. And so we basically need to like get out of the comfort zone into the fear zone, and through the fear zone rather, and when we've broken through it, we get into the learning zone, where we need to learn new things, and that always feels uncomfortable at first, but when you continue to do it, you continue to grow. It feels better and better, and you know, all of this, it's basically spiritual things, because they occur both in here, in our mind, in our thoughts, and in our heart, in our feelings. So it's spiritual. My strongest fear was actually like talking to women and like finding my dream woman, and that's when I had broken through the fear zone and the terror barrier. I went into the learning zone. That's when I decided I'm going to teach myself how to attract women. And I did that by finding a mentor, or multiple mentors actually, and I didn't meet the persons in person even. It was like recordings, and yeah, but they like really helped me. Those mentors, I'm so grateful for them today. And another aspect of the learning zone for me was like, I didn't have a driver's license. I didn't have I had like a bike, and like the city was it took a while to get to the city from where I lived. So I thought, okay, I can get better at this. My first decision was getting a moped, and but this moped, like it made like 50 kilometers an hour. So I couldn't like drive to another city with it. It was basically impossible. But it worked for a while. I could buy groceries myself, because before I had like to ask my parents to drive me when I needed to buy food. But with the moped, I could do that myself. And my next step was, I was like really afraid of sitting and driving in a car, because of previous experiences. It didn't went so well when I tried the first times. But then I decided, okay, I have my goal of finding a girlfriend, and okay. And I got in contact with a girl that lived in another city, a long way from where I was living. And we talked a bit. This wasn't my girlfriend today, but another girl. And we talked like, okay. And we decided, okay, we can meet, but I needed to get a driver's license first. So then, okay, I will do it, even though I'm afraid as that, like really, really afraid. I will start. And I did it, and I did it, and I did it, and basically until I finally had the driver's license. So I had learned a new skill that I needed in order to find a girlfriend. it was really challenging for me because I was like really afraid to drive. But it got better and better. I felt the fear and did it anyway. And yeah, that's like in the learning zone I got myself new knowledge and new skills by doing that. And I challenged myself by deciding that, okay, when I had like got more confidence with okay, I know basically how to, I know the concepts of attracting a woman now. And that's when I decided, okay, I will take a class in dancing. Like in dancing you can get really close to your dance partner. And I went for a class, and after that it was uncomfortable at first, but gradually the more I went, the better I felt. And I danced with a lot of women at the end, and we were close, really close. I could feel the skin and everything, and that was really like evolving for me. I can actually touch a woman in an appropriate way, and I can like experience it again and again. And that was my challenges in the learning zone. When we've like been in the learning zone for a while, we've learned stuff, we've acquired new skills, we've got better at new skills, we've faced the challenges that previously scared us. And remember, challenges, they are meant to scare us, because it's like, also like Bob Proctor used to say, he like said that if a goal doesn't scare me, I know it's not worth it, because I won't grow. It was something like that he said, used to say. And yeah, when we're done, we've been in the learning zone, we go into the growth zone. And that's where we really want to be. Like there we can live our dreams, we can find purpose, and we can like go for goals and acquire goals. And one thing about goal that I've learned, and I actually struggle with too, from time to time, and sometimes every day, is like, when you have a goal, it doesn't matter what it is, basically, you like remember to enjoy the journey, to enjoy the process of getting into the goal more than acquiring the goal itself, because that will allow you to both manifest easier and like attract what you want much easier too, and you will be happier. Happiness and being grateful are two really powerful things that can get you what you want. Remember that, okay? Next, when I had like grown the confidence and like gotten the experiences, overcome the challenges, gotten new skills, I went into the growth zone. I like got a dating app. I like send a lot of messages to multiple women, but not like multiple messages to the same woman, but to many different women. And one of these women is my girlfriend today, and we've been together for 9 years now. And yeah, one of my dreams all my life basically has been to find my life partner, and I've done that. And that's when I was in the growth zone, like live your dreams, find purpose and acquire growth. And now I'm on another journey that's of being an author that I want to I want to be able to live on being an author and make money off of it. And that's basically why I have made my Patreon and this YouTube channel too. I want to live my dream. My first dream was finding my dream partner, and my dream today is being an author. I want to thank Winner Spirit for this comfort zone map. Winner Spirit is on Instagram. If you'd like a copy of this, let me know in the comments, and I can post it on social media somewhere. That's it for this vlog. Remember, I'm an author in spiritual dark fantasy. You can check out my work on, or maybe over there, I don't know, on Patreon. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends. Leave a comment about maybe you had some experiences with the comfort zone you'd like to share that could benefit everyone. Please do in the comments below. And yeah, have a nice one, everyone.